Hello, everybody. Welcome to 1989 opening day Fall Classic Baseball. Fall Classic Baseball. The game I'm going to try to like. Played one game already on video. Made a couple of errors in the way I was doing things, and I've hopefully corrected those now. So I know that when you have a KD check, you have to check the pitcher for a strikeout first prior to checking for an error. And I also know that when you have an out X, it's not automatically a double play. It's just only a double play if there's a runner on first and it's a ground ball. You still have to check to see what kind of out it is and so forth. So a couple of those things, hopefully now I've gotten them out of the way. Still, the only thing I'm really shaky on is some of the defensive plays when errors are made or not made and there's runners on base and figuring out who advances and so forth. But hopefully I can get through that. We shall see. Opening day, Cincinnati. I mean, that's tradition. Riverfront Stadium. And I'm trying a new setup here. This is the first time I've ever done a setup like this for any game. So I'm trying to make it work if I can. Hopefully it will. Stadium card is right here where my finger's pointing. So hopefully you can see that. It's right here. Stadium card. Got a position right here. You got the lineups, the bullpen. I'm sorry, lineups, the bench, and the bullpens for the Reds. Lineups, bench, and bullpen for the Dodgers. Fast action cards are right here, and I will flip those right there when needed to do checks. The out results are right here, number of outs, and the line score is right here. And I do have my score sheet off to the side with the opening day rosters or opening day lineups. So, starting pitchers for today's game. Lefty Danny Jackson for the Reds, and right-hander Tim Belcher for the Dodgers. Now, I am not a pro at this, obviously. It's only my second. I played a couple games offline just to practice, but this is my second time doing a video for this game, so bear with me. I may make mistakes, probably will. Again, any feedback is appreciated. First step, obviously, is to do the bullpen sessions for both pitchers. And I traditionally like to start with the home team pitcher. And, of course, since we're in Cincinnati, we're using Cincinnati colored dice. So Danny Jackson gets his D20 roll. And that's a 19. Boy, that's bad news. Danny Jackson. Bad news for him. And, in fact, let me get... One thing I forgot to bring over that I think might help me personally, maybe you guys watching. Danny Jackson is in his C column. So I've got the little marker here to remind me that he's in his C column. And also, for those who missed the bullpen session, can see that he's in his C column. Tim Belcher. Well, helps if it goes through the tray, doesn't it? 14 for Belcher. He's in his B category. So Belcher is his average stuff B. Danny Jackson is his not-so-good C. All right, we'll see how it plays out here at Riverfront, opening day 1989. And leading things off will be the right-handed hitting Willie Randolph. As you can see, they've got the lineups there. You can see what they are as they come up. So we'll get underway. Danny Jackson, the lefty, against Willie Randolph, the right-hander. And this opening day at Riverfront 1989 is underway. We get a 64 on Randolph. That's an out. Automatically on his card, it's an out. We will flip the fast action card, and we see a right-handed hitter. It is a ground ball to third. So one out there on a 5-3 ground out as Chris Sabo will throw it to Todd Benzinger for out number one. Here's Alfredo Griffin, switch hitter. 14, that's an out. Flip again. Ground out right back to Danny Jackson, the pitcher. So an easy 1-3 ground out there for out number two. And that's going to take us to Kirk Gibson. 13, that's an out. And again, it's going to be a fly out to center field. So 1-2-3 inning turned in by Danny Jackson, as he takes care of the Dodgers in quick order. At the end of a half inning to play, it is Dodgers nothing, and the Reds coming to bat. Leading off for the Cincinnati Reds will be Barry Larkin against Tim Belcher. Belcher again using the B grades. B grades. Let's put here so you can see his name. Don't want to miss his name there. Kind of hard to do that and still see that he's on B, but that'll remind me enough that he's on B. All right, here's Barry Larkin. 26, and that's a left-right split, but it's a righty versus righty, so Larkin is out. And that's a line out to first base. I will circle it because it's left-right split, and I always like to see how many times that comes up throughout the game. So there's one away for Chris Sabo. 35 for Sabo is an out on Belcher. 35 is also an out. 35 is a blank here on him, out on Belcher, and it is a line out to left field. So out number 2. And that will bring us to Eric the Red, Eric Davis. So this is the best I could do for accoutrements. Hopefully they are sufficient. 66 for Eric Davis, and that's a straight-up home run. That's sufficient for him to hit a home run, I can tell you that. Eric Davis, that is long, and I believe it is gone. Eric Davis, Mr. Eric Davis, Eric the Red. He just warms up for the 1990 A's by hitting a home run here on 1989 Dodgers. And Eric the Red has put the Reds ahead 1-0. There's Cal Daniels. He will get traded to the Dodgers mid-season. 21, and that's a strikeout to end the inning. A run, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 1, thanks to the Eric Davis home run, it is Cincinnati 1 and the Dodgers nothing. As we go to the top of the second, Danny Jackson has been given a lead to work with. Due up for the Dodgers, it'll be Eddie Murray, and I'm taking the old fast action cards that were used, getting them out of the way so we got a nice clean pocket right here. So right now, Eddie Murray steps to the plate. 46 for Eddie Murray, and that's the ballpark card. We're going to Riverfront Stadium. Murray is a switch hitter. In this case, he's batting right-handed. That's a 16. So right-handed 16 is a foul out to the first baseman. Just missed a chance to get a single here, but he fouls out to Benzinger. And there is one away, courtesy of Riverfront Stadium. So Murray is retired. Brings up Mike Marshall. 24, and that's a hit by pitch. If it's a 1 through 8, that's a 16, so there's no hit by pitch, which means he is out, and it's a fly out center field. So out number 2, Eric Davis puts it away. Marshall is retired, and it brings up John Shelby. 62, and that's blank on Shelby. It's an out on Danny Jackson, and it is going to be a fly out center field to retire the side. So again, 3 up and 3 down go the Dodgers in the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second, still 1-0, favor of Cincinnati. Here on opening day, 1989. Hard to believe that was 35 years ago. All right, here's Benzinger. Leads it off against Belcher. We got a 62. That's blank here on Belcher. 62 is a strikeout. One away for the left-handed hitting right fielder Paul O'Neill. .16, that's an out, and it will be a fly to center. Out number 2. Hauled in out there by the center fielder Shelby. 2 up and 2 down for the catcher Jeff Reed. 32. 32 is blank here. Up here against Belcher, a double on a 1-4. Otherwise, he's out. That's a 20, which means he is out. And the out will be a pop-up to the shortstop. But it says, or refer to white die from the original roll. So that's a 2. It's a pop-up to the catcher. So we'll just change it to a pop-up to the catcher. Not that it matters. It's just a little variety there. So 3 up and 3 down go the Reds. And at the end of 2, score still remains 1-0. Favor the Reds. 2 up for the Dodgers. It will be Jeff Hamilton, Mike Scioscia, and Tim Belcher. Against Danny Jackson, 15 is an out. It will be a fly out to left field. 1 down as Hamilton is retired. Brings up Scioscia. 63, that's an automatic out on Scioscia's card. And the out will be a fly out to right field for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down, and that's going to bring us to Tim Belcher, a 100 hitter on the 89 season. Did have 6 runs driven in. Oh, a 66. How about that? That's a double on a 1. He strikes out on 2-13, or he's out otherwise. That's a 12. That's a strikeout. So even got a 66 on the pitcher card. It turns into a strikeout to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 1-0 Cincinnati. The Eric Davis home run has held up so far. Due up for the Reds, it'll be Ron Oster, followed by Jackson and Larkin against Belcher. 12 is an out for Oster. And, whoops, make sure I just grab 1 fast action card here. The out is a fly to center. 1 away. Well, I'll leave it here until the inning's over, I guess. 1 away, and here's Danny Jackson. He was a .222 hitter on the season, 8 out of 36. And we'll see what he does with that. Did have 4 runs driven in, no walks, 22 strikeouts. Belcher, 45, and that's a strikeout automatically on Jackson's card. So that's 2 down. 2 up and 2 down for the leadoff hitter Larkin, who lined to first his first time up on a left-right split. 32 this time is going to be a 1-4 double. Anything else, he's out. That's a 17, so he is out. And it's a fly out center field to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Reds in the bottom of the 3rd. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the 4th inning. Here at Riverfront, it is still 1-0 favor of Cincinnati. Leading off for the Dodgers, it'll be Willie Randolph. 25, that's an out on Randolph's card, and it will be, since he's a right-handed hitter, it will be a ground out to 3rd. Sabo makes the play. Randolph has grounded out to Sabo twice now for out number 1. Brings up Griffin. He grounded back to Jackson his first time up. 32, and that's going to be a out on Jackson's card. Even with the C grade, it's still an out. And the out will be a, let's see, Griffin's a switch hitter batting right-handed, so it's going to be another ground ball to 3rd. Sabo is there again. 2 up and 2 down for Kirk Gibson. Gibson flew to center his first chance. That's a 21, and that's a strikeout. Gibson is out on strikes to end the inning. Nothing doing there for the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0 favor of Cincinnati. Due up for the Reds will be Mr. Sabo. Chris Sabo, followed by Davis and Daniels, heart of the order. Sabo flew to left his first chance. Belcher, let's see, 26, that's a left-right split, so he is going to be out. And it's going to be a ground ball to 3rd, so Sabo will ground it to Hamilton. And that's the way the 4th inning begins, with the ground out on that left-right split that did not work. Here's Eric Davis. He homered for the only run of the game so far. 56, that is going to be blank here. 56 here is a strikeout. So Belcher puts the K, gets some revenge a little bit on Eric Davis for out number 2. And it brings up Cal Daniels. 46, that's the ballpark card going back to Riverfront Stadium. Daniels is a left-handed hitter. That's a 6. And left-handed 6 is a foul ball, so we roll again. It goes into the stands, so he gets a free hack. Another chance to try to get a base hit. 15, he won't do it. That's an out. And that will be a fly to center to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, go the Reds. 4 innings in the books. Still 1-0. Favor of Cincinnati. Due up for the Dodgers here in the top of the 5th. Almost said Orioles because of Eddie Murray. I'm so used to seeing him with the Orioles. It is Murray, Marshall, and Shelby against Danny Jackson. 53. All right, that's a KD check, and that's a 5. KD 5, but he's only a 1-2, so that means we do go to the 53 chart. And since, let's see here, 53 is a single in the infield. Shortstop single. It's a range check. Single on the infield. Range check, single on the infield. All right. Let's look at the defensive chart for the shortstop, Barry Larkin. His range is a 13. That's a 5. So he will make the play. 6-3 ground out. 1 away. And now that brings up Mike Marshall. 31, and that's going to be a base hit. First hit of the game for the Dodgers. The no-hitter is gone here in the top of the 5th as Mike Marshall has just broken up the no-hitter, and he is on base. That'll bring up John Shelby. Infield double play depth. 53, and we got a KD check again. 10 again is too high. So 53 again is the range check, and it's going to be a range check on the center fielder. Center fielder Eric Davis. Check his range. Center fielder Eric Davis. His range is only a 4. That's surprising me. I thought he had better range than that. It's only a 4. So that's a single plus. Single 1 star, though. The plus means he gets a chance to steal, but the runner's going to be in front of him. So with a single 1 star there, that means it's a 1 base advancement as far as I'm aware. I'm hoping I do that right. I don't flip a card to see what advances. I think it says 1 star here, which means 1 advancement, because on other 53 checks, there are 2 stars on doubles, and I believe even 2 stars on singles. So, at least I think it is. Well, we'll find out. If I played it wrong, let me know. But what I'm doing here on this fast action card is I'm taking this 1 star to mean it's a 1 base advancement. So the plus would mean he gets an opportunity to steal, only automated steals, but the runner's in front of him at second base, so he can't. And that's the way I'm playing it. Hopefully, like I said, that is correct. I'm fairly sure it's correct, but I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first, won't be the last. All right, here's Jeff Hamilton, third baseman. 41, and that's a straight out on his card. Would have been a walk on Jackson's card, but he's out on his own. And that is a fly out to left field for out number 2. So 2 down, and that brings up Mike Scioscia, lefty on lefty matchup against Danny Jackson. 24, and that's a hit by pitch on a 1-5. That is a 5, so he gets plunked, and now the bases are full of Dodgers. That's the good news for Los Angeles. The bad news is Tim Belcher has to bat. So it's up to Tim Belcher if they want to score. And except for maybe an error or bad range play, I doubt Belcher's going to be able to do much. He does have that left-right split chance to get a base hit, though, and 66 is a rare chance to get a hit, but very rarely. Jackson, 52. We get a KD check. The 9 is too high, so it's an error check, and it's an exotic error check. Now, I don't have the exotic error. That's one thing I wasn't sure of on this game to this point, is I don't have an exotic error on the fast action cards. I'm not sure how to handle exotic error on a fast action card. So what I may do is just flip another card and move on, and maybe somebody could tell me Because if you got to go to the charts, somebody told me you don't have to have the charts. You can have the fast action cards, and you won't need the charts. But I don't know. That's the way I'm playing it. So I'm going to go ahead and just flip the next card over and avoid the exotic error chart and look for standard error check. And that's what we got. Error check on the second baseman. It's a possible 2-base error on the second baseman, Oster. So Oster, we look at his defensive ratings. You get the defensive rating sheet out. Oster at second base, his error rating is a 4. But that's a 9. So he will make the play. And we're just going to say he throws the first to end the inning, gets the third out. And that's going to do it. Now, I hope I did that correctly. Like I said, I don't know about the exotic error. I don't know how to handle that. When you have fast action cards, I don't see anything on the fast action card that talks about exotic errors. If somebody can let me know where that might be, then maybe I can do something with it, but I don't see anything. I've even got these little extra sidebar charts, but I don't see where any of that talks about exotic errors. So I'm just going to play it like that, and somebody can let me know what I should have done instead. All right, in the meantime, in the 5th, the Dodgers get no runs. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, and left the bases loaded. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 favor of Cincinnati. And that was the good news. Bad news for the Dodgers is they loaded the bases, but you had the pitcher coming up. But they still almost got the run through anyway on an error, but did not work out in their favor. So that'll bring up for Cincinnati, Todd Benzinger start the bottom of the 5th against Tim Belcher, who was hoping to get some run support, but he couldn't help his own cause. Let me clear these out of the way. He could not help his own cause. 52, and let's see, that's a 12, so that's definitely out of the KD range. So 52 is another error check. And this one is on a second base error check on Willie Randolph. So let's go to the Dodger chart. Check Randolph's error rating. His error rating is only a 3, and that's 12, so he will obviously make that play. And there's one away. So Willie Randolph takes care of Benzinger. 1 down for Paul O'Neill. 23, and that's a strikeout straight up on O'Neill's card for out number 2. For the catcher, Jeff Reed. 46, back to the ballpark card. Left-handed hitter. That's an 11. Left-handed hitter 11 is a foul out. It's going to go to third base. So he fouls out to the third baseman Hamilton to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. Go the Reds here in the 5th. So we played 5 innings from Riverfront, and the score still remains Cincinnati 1 and the Dodgers nothing. The home run from Eric Davis in the first inning has held up. So we start the 6th. For fatigue, Danny Jackson can face 29 batters. So far, he has faced just 18, so he's in good shape. Belcher can face 32. He has faced only 16. So they're both in really good shape as far as that goes. Jackson, 22, is going to be a single for Willie Randolph. Willie Randolph, a leadoff single. And that's what a leadoff hitter is supposed to do. Maybe they're getting to Danny Jackson a little bit. We shall see. Alfredo Griffin is your batter. 61, that's a blank there on Jackson's card. It's a strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 1. So it will be a strikeout of Alfredo Griffin. Struck him out. Here's Kirk Gibson. 63, and that's going to be an out on Jackson's card. The out will be a ground out to second. Ground out to second with a runner at first. Double play, 4-6-3. Shortstop with a weak arm can't turn it. So let's see if the shortstop has a weak arm. Shortstop is Barry Larkin. I doubt he has a weak arm, but we have to check anyway. Larkin at short. Actually, he does have a weak arm, so they cannot turn the double play. It will just be a 4-6 fielder's choice. So how about that? I guess Larkin, for whatever reason, had a weak arm early in his career. Or that's the way they rated him. So Kirk Gibson's the new runner on first. It's a 4-6 fielder's choice for out number 2. And that will send us to Eddie Murray. 52, but that's a 2 there. So that means that's going to be a strikeout. That KD there is a strikeout. Even the C grade, that's a 2. So that's a strikeout. And that's going to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-0. Thought we'd see more runs than this, but the dice have had other ideas. Do it for the Reds. It'll be Oster, Jackson, and Larkin. 21 for Oster is a straight-up strikeout, 1 away. 1 down, brings up the pitcher, Danny Jackson. Forgot to clear this from last inning. Let's get that out of the way. Here's Danny Jackson. 63, straight-up strikeout on Jackson's card for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for Barry Larkin. Reds only have 1 hit in the game. It was the home run from Eric Davis. They've been blanked ever since. 24, it's a 1-4 hit by pitch, but that's an 11, so he is out. And let me make sure I only get 1 fast action card. It's a ground ball to third. So Hamilton will make the play. 3 up, 3 down go the Reds. And we go to the 7th. Score still 1-0 Cincinnati. Belcher tossing a 1-hitter, but has nothing to show for it. Mike Marshall will lead off. He's 1 for 2 in the game. 62, and that's going to be an out on Danny Jackson's card. And it will be a ground ball to third. Sabo is there. 1 away. That will send up John T-Bone Shelby. 26, and that's the left-right split. He is a switch hitter, so he does get the base hit. And it's a plus sign there, which means he has the opportunity to steal. Shelby 2 for 3 in the game. So he has the opportunity to steal. Let's check the arm rating on the catcher, Jeff Reed. His arm rating as a catcher, arm rating is average. So no subtractions on Shelby. He's got a straight up 12 right here. Straight up 12 to see if he can steal successfully. 1-12, he'll make it. 12 around the dot, he does. So Shelby steals second base. Gets himself into scoring position with only 1 out. That could be big. It also takes a double play out of the equation. And here's Jeff Hamilton. Jackson 42, and that's going to be a walk, so that will put runners at first and second with only 1 out. Now Belcher's pitching a 1-hitter, as I said. The only hit was a home run, but he's down 1-0, and he's on deck. So National League Baseball, if his American League, he'd be in there, no question, but National League, Dodgers probably going to want some offense, so could be looking at a pinch hitter coming up real quick. Maybe Mickey Hatcher, most likely. Jackson to Scioscia, 44, and that's a single for Scioscia, so maybe not. That's a single. The single on a runner at second base. Fast advances Shelby. Is he fast? Shelby is fast. He's got that little F there. So he will score to tie the game. First to third will hold. Although it says if 1 out, assist ? So assist ? Which means he doesn't have to go. He can, with the ball hit to left field, he's going to hold. It's a question mark, so that means that, as far as I'm understanding it, that means it's my decision. It's not automatic where he has to force it. So that's the way I'm going to play it. Hopefully that's correct. And now let's see, what do you do if you're the Dodgers? It's a 1-1 game. but you've got a chance to take the lead with only one out. Do you let Belcher hit? He's not a very good hitter, obviously. Looking at their bench, they do have right-handed hitting. Mickey Hatcher hit 295, and so I think Tommy Lasorda is going to make that move. Belcher gave him 6 strong innings, and he's going to shake his hand and say, we're going to try to win it for you here, because Belcher could still win it if the Dodgers take the lead and hold it this inning. So there's always that possibility. So with that in mind, they will pinch hit with Mickey Hatcher. So Mickey Hatcher is going to pinch hit for the pitcher Belcher. And in the bullpen for the Dodgers, it probably will depend on if they take the lead or not. If they take the lead, well, either way, it's probably going to be Alejandro Pena most likely anyway. So Alejandro Pena is loosening the Dodger bullpen. He would come in to pitch the bottom of the 7th. But hitting for Belcher is Mickey Hatcher, the pinch hitter, trying to break the tie. Danny Jackson's still in there. He can face 29 batters. This is batter number 27. Bullpen for the Reds is active. Kent DeColvey, the right-hander, is loosening in the bullpen, along with Norm Charlton, a lefty. Double barrel action in the Reds bullpen. But right now it is Mickey Hatcher. It is Mickey Hatcher's turn to try to get something done. With 1 out and runners at first and second. Jackson, 44, and that's a single for Hatcher. Whoa, those doubles. And that's a second to home assist, question mark, fast batter to second. All right, assist, question marks. That means can we risk it or do you want to risk it? Hamilton runs. He's a slow runner. So with only 1 out, they're going to hold everybody up. But it is a base hit for Mickey Hatcher. Hatcher has gotten the base hit, and the bases are loaded. Bases are now loaded with only 1 out. And you wonder how much longer Danny Jackson's going to be around. DeColvey might be ready. Willie Randolph is the scheduled hitter. And they're going to make the move. Cincinnati will make the move. Danny Jackson is being removed from the ball game. He can't win it. He could lose it. But they feel like they just need to bring a new arm in there. And they're going with the venerable Kent DeColvey, right-hander, out of the bullpen. Kent DeColvey. So we need a bullpen session for DeColvey to see how he does coming out of the pen. Let's see what kind of grade he's going to have. It's a 5. He's under his A grade. So Kent DeColvey's coming in red, smoking hot. Or at least attempting to come in red, smoking hot with the best grade he has. And he's facing Willie Randolph. Willie Randolph. So Danny Jackson, we'll do the numbers on him real quick. He went 6 1/3 innings. Facing 27 batters faced. 1 run so far, but guys on base are his responsibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits he allowed. So we'll see what happens here with Kent DeColvey against Willie Randolph. The infield is back looking for 2. Randolph has a lot of X's on his card, so possible double plays could be happening there. We shall see. DeColvey with the pitch, 51, and though it's at 17, so it's not a strikeout. It's an error check, and it will be a third base error check on Sabo. Sabo, however, Sabo, let's get to his chart. My bad. Let's get to his chart, why don't we? Sabo at third base, his error rate's only a 7. That's a 17. Now, this is where I'm in a quandary because I don't know if it's a double play or not. I don't know how you tell if it's a double play or not because I don't know what to do when a successful error play is made and there's base runners on base. So I'm going to pause the video and see if I can find out. What I may have to do is go to my computer and look at the charts and see what happens on a G6. I'm sorry, on G5 with the bases loaded. And I don't know if we go by the 17 roll or what we're going to use actually. So this is where I'm a little stuck. This is the one part of the game I haven't, really gotten down yet to know how to play it. And reading the rules, maybe I just overlooked it. I'm not sure. But I'm going to pause the video and see what I can figure out. Okay, I remembered a Facebook. I just went back and double checked it. I put something in the Facebook group, in the Fall Classic Facebook group about this situation, similar to this. And Tony Porter was gracious enough to answer me. And he said, in this kind of situation, if the D20 is even, it's a fielder's choice. If it's odd, it's a double play. Well, that's an odd D20. So that means that this is going to be a 5-4-3 double play. That's the way I'm reading it. That's the post I got from Tony Porter, who I trust as an expert in this game. So he told me even D20, it's a fielder's choice. Odd D20, it's a double play. So I'm counting it as a 5-4-3 around the horn double play. If that's wrong, blame Tony. No, just kidding. If it's wrong, let me know. But I'm going by what he told me. And that's the way I'm going to play it. If that had been even, it'd be a fielder's choice, 5-4, and the run would have scored. But since it's odd, Tony is telling me, according to Facebook on my Facebook group in Fall Classic Facebook group, he answered my question and said if it's even, it's a fielder's choice. Odd, it is a double play. There you go. It's odd. It's a double play. So that's going to end the inning. Kent DeCalvey, talking about doing the job, gets a 6-4-3 or 5-4-3 double play rather to end the inning and get his team out of trouble. And keeping a 1-1 game where it could have gotten ugly in a hurry. So Belcher is now out of the game, obviously, since he was pinch hit for by Hatcher. And we will need a new pitcher for the Dodgers. And we already said it's going to be Alejandro Pena. Right-hander Alejandro Pena will be coming on to pitch for the Dodgers. And we'll have to do a bullpen session for Alejandro Pena. Close the book on Jackson. He goes 6 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run, and a no decision. So, bullpen session for Alejandro Pena. Oh, Colby's on his A grades, don't forget. All right, so Pena for the bullpen session. 15. Now he's on his C grades. So Pena could be in trouble on his C grades potentially. And he's going to lead off facing against Chris Sabo. Close the book on Belcher. And Belcher, as I said, 6 innings pitched, 1 run, 1 hit. It was the home run. That's all he gave up. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. So a dominating performance, just not good run support. By the way, Cincinnati won this game in real world 6-4 over the Dodgers, so they're trying to repeat history, but we shall see what might happen on that. Tabby's not here with me, but my dog Gracie is in here with me, and she's kind of whining a little bit, wanting some attention, so timeout for it's not a feline delay, it is a puppy delay, so wait for that. All right, now we're ready to go. Pena against Sabo after the 7th inning stretch, which I didn't even stretch. I just kept going. 22, that's a single on a 1-9, but that's a 17, so it will be a walk. Either way, he's going to reach, and it's a plus, so that means he has an opportunity to steal. So Sabo draws the leadoff walk. Leadoff walk. Oh, Gracie's making some noise and won't let me play. Now I got to pause again because she's upset about something. I don't know what, but she's over 17 years old, so she takes a little bit of special attention, so to speak. Don't know how much longer we're going to have her with us, so I'm enjoying it while we can. Thought we were going to lose her a couple of years ago, but she's still hanging in there. But sometimes she has a little problem where she gets upset once in a while. Usually when Tabby's up here with her, she's calm, but she's up here by herself with me, and I don't know. She wants pettings or what she wants. She's eaten plenty of food today, so that's not an issue. And she went out and did her business before we came up here, so that shouldn't be an issue. So I'm really not sure what she wants other than getting petted. But it's hard to do that and play the game at the same time, Gracie. So I'm going to try to keep going. Sabo, again, has a chance to steal because of the walk plus that came up. So let's check the catcher rating for Scioscia. Check the defensive ratings for the Dodgers. And look at Scioscia and see if he's got an average arm or something else. Scioscia has an average arm. Yes, he does. So no adjustment down for Sabo. And if we look at Sabo, on his steal chance, successful, it is 12. So it's a 1 to 12, and Sabo will make it. 4, he does make it. So Sabo is in there with a stolen base. So a walk and a stolen base, and now Sabo trying to get the Reds back in front against Pena. Davis is your batter. 23, and that's a strikeout. Big strikeout there. Davis has struck out twice since hitting the home run. 1 out now for Cal Daniels. 12, and that's a walk to Daniels. So Cal Daniels will draw the base on balls. And now it's the Reds with some base runners. First and second, 1 out for Todd Benzinger. 54, that's that crazy 54 chart. So what I'm going to do, since these cards are already face up this way, is I'm going to flip this one, get it out of the way, and use what's here. So I'm going to use what's ever here, and it says go to the Wilder chart. I'm sorry, that's bases empty. Let's go to bases, men on base. I'm sorry, men on base, my bad, men on base. Wild pitcher pass ball. Refer to the pitcher's wild pitch rating. If it's 10 falls within the range, it's a wild pitch. His wild pitch is only a 9. So there is no wild pitch. It will just be a brand new at bat, ball 1. I want to pause the video because I'm not sure what Gracie's up to or what she needs from me, but I'm not going to be able to finish this game with her making the noise like that. So I'm going to have to pause the video, and I'll be right back as soon as I take care of whatever she's needing. All right, we're back. I'm not sure how long. We'll see how. I've got her calmed down now, so hopefully she'll be quiet for a while. We shall see. Benzinger is up 0 for 2. Pena, 51. That's a 3, though. And that KD is 1 to 4, so that means that's a strikeout. Probably prevented an error by having that KD high enough, so he struck him out. Big strikeout to get Benzinger for out number 2. And now it's down to Paul O'Neill. 35, and that's a blank. We go up to Pena, and that's an out. The out will be a pop up to first. So he pops it up to the first baseman, Eddie Murray. And Pena gets out of the mess after gets away with the 2 walks and manages to keep the score right where it is. So we completed 7 here at Riverfront, and we're still tied at 1 apiece. We go to the top of the 8th with a 1-1 game. And that will send us to Alfredo Griffin. DeColville only faced the 1 batter. He got the double play ball from Willie Randolph, so he's definitely not tired. In fact, he could face 9 batters in relief, so he's pretty good. The only question is he's going to bat third next inning, so this will be his last inning one way or the other because they would pinch hit for him. DeColville to Griffin. 14 is an out, and that will be a fly to left. So Griffin is out of there. 1 away. Like I said, I feel like I've gotten the more normal type plays pretty well down. It's just certain things like the exotic error chart. I don't know anything about that. With as far as fast action cards go, maybe I have to print that exotic error chart out on paper and have it in front of me. I don't know. I was under the impression you could play the whole thing with the fast action cards, so that's why I didn't print anything. But so maybe that's the correction I need to make. And then when there's error and range checks that are successful and there's runners on base, I have to figure out, what the base running situation, what happens with that kind of thing. So there's little idiosyncrasies like that, but other than that, the normal flow of the game, I think, flows pretty well. All right, here's Gibson. 66, 1-10's a home run, and that is long, and that is gone. And I don't believe what I just saw. Kirk Gibson hobbling around the bases after a home run to give his team a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 8th off of the venerable Kent DeColvey. So not only did he do it to Eckersley last year, he does it to Kent DeColvey here on opening day, two of the more premier relief pitchers of all time. But Kirk Gibson says, I don't care. Here's Murray, 66. That's a home run. Back-to-back jacks. And boy, Kent DeColvey is saying, what in the APA is going on around here? That's 2 consecutive solo shots on 66s. And even his A grade ain't going to help him. So he's out of luck. Marshall, 23. That's a strikeout. That's out number 2. But the damage has been done with these 66s. Here's Shelby. 33, and that's an out. And that will be a ground ball back to DeColvey. So DeColvey is done for the day. Dodgers pick up 2 here in the top of the 8th on 2 solo back-to-back jacks from Gibson and Murray. And we go to the bottom of the 8th with the score. Los Angeles 3 and Cincinnati 1. For the Reds that inning, for the Dodgers that inning, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. And a 3-1 lead for the Dodgers. Pena, let's see, how many he's faced? He can face 9 batters. He has faced 5, so he's still okay. So they like to get him through this inning if possible. It'll be Reed, Oster, and a pinch hitter for DeColvey for the Reds here in the bottom of the 8th as they try to regroup from those 2 home runs that have stunned the Riverfront Stadium crowd. Pena to Reed. 21 is a strikeout on Reed's card, straight up. So Jeff Reed out on strikes. Brings up Ron Oster. 16, that's an out. And that will be a pop-up to third. Jeff Hamilton is there. 2 down. 2 up and 2 down. And that brings us to the pitcher spot. And let's see who they want to use out of the bench. Who's got the best average and who hits left-handed. See, Winningham hits left-handed. He's 251. Let's see. Ken Griffey is 263. Lenny Harris is 223. So they go with Ken Griffey, the venerable Ken Griffey. He will pinch hit. He will pinch hit for the pitcher, DeColvey, against Pena. 25, and that's a single on the left-right split. So the left-right split comes into play on a base hit for Griffey. Griffey will be called back, I think. Do they want to put a fast runner out there, or they just want to leave it be? They're going to use Dave Collins as a pinch runner for Griffey. So Griffey reaches on the hit. Collins will come in and pinch run. He is a fast runner, so possibly could score on an extra base hit, something that Griffey wouldn't be able to do. So here is Larkin. Painted a Larkin. Oh, we got a 54 check, and there's runners on base. So We're going to take this card and put it down here and use what's up here. So with runners on base, refer to the pitcher's wild pitch rating. If 4 falls in range, it's a wild pitch. Here's a 9, so it is a wild pitch. Collins will take second on the wild pitch. So wild pitch will move Collins to second base. Larkin still at bat. 26, it's a left-right split again, but Larkin's a righty. So it's just going to be a fly to right to end the inning. And for the Reds, that's the 4th time that's come up for the Reds. The Reds have hit the 26 roll 4 times. The Dodgers have not hit it at all. And out of the 4 times they've hit it, only 1 base hit has been available. The other 3 have been outs. So nothing for the Reds here in the bottom of the 8th. No runs a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 9th, and the Reds will need a new pitcher, as the Dodgers will also, because Pena is done. And they would be bringing in most likely Jay Howell to close it, and a pinch hitter for him as well. But we need a new pitcher for the Reds. Let's see who they might want to use. We got Hamilton, Sosha, and a pinch hitter. So you got right, left, and a pinch hitter, which could be either one. I think they might go to a lefty here because they don't want those good lefties coming off the bench to pinch hit. So they're going to a left-hander out the bullpen, and it's going to be Norm Charlton. One of the nasty boys. Norm Charlton will be on to pinch hit. Norm Charlton. Norm Charlton is on to take over for the Reds. Do his bullpen session. It's a 6, which means he's on his A grade. So Charlton's on his A game, and he'll be facing Hamilton. 51, that's a 6. KD is a 6, that's a strikeout. So Charlton gets the strikeout to start the inning. 1 away. And that brings up Sosha. Then a pinch hitter will follow him. Most likely will be Mariano Duncan. 35, and that is going to be an out. And it will be a ground ball to short. I'm sorry, ground ball to second because he's left-handed. So ground ball to second, 4-3. Route number 2, and now pinch hitter time is coming up for the Dodgers, and they will go to right-handed hitting Mariano Duncan. So Duncan is your batter, pinch hitter. So Duncan is your pinch hitter. And I believe he's part of the trade that sends Daniels to the Dodgers. I think that's part of that trade. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. So Duncan pinch hits with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th against Norm Charlton. 24, and it's a hit by pitch on a 1-6. That's a 12, so no hit by pitch. It is going to be a pop out to the catcher, Reed, and that's going to end the inning. So 3 up and 3 down go the Dodgers here in the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Reds. Last chance for the Reds. And they'll have to do it against the closer, Jay Howell of the Dodgers. So Jay Howell. On the 89 season, Jay Howell had 28 saves. 5-3 with 28 saves. And his ERA was 1.58. And that's found on the defensive sheets, not on the card itself. All right, so Jay Howell be coming on and try to close the deal. Facing Sabo, Davis, and Daniels. So if you're the Reds, you got the heart of the order you want up there. Bullpen session for Howell. It's an 8, which means he's right on his B grades. So Howell's on his B grades. And he's going to face Chris Sabo. Sabo is 0 for 3. I'm sorry, 0 for 2 with a walk. That's a 22. That's a good sign. That's a single on a 1-9. That That is actually an 8. That's a single with a plus sign. So that means Sabo gets a chance to steal again. And again, average arm on the catcher, so it's a 1-12 for Sabo. But you're down 2, so I'm not sure you want to run yourself out of it. His run doesn't matter, so they're going to actually call off that steal and just go with what they've got here, which is your single. So leadoff single brings up Eric Davis, Eric the Red. He gets a tying run. 33, that's a single plus, so chance if he gets the extra base here, possibly. First to third, hold, fast to third. So is Sabo fast? No, he's not fast, he's average. So Sabo can only go to second. It is now first and second, nobody out against the closer, Jay Howell, who's having some issues. Tying runs are now on base. Talk about ninth inning magic. Cal Daniels is your batter. He only hits .218. Could you look to the bench maybe for some help? Let's see. You got Herm Winningham hits .251. Lenny Harris hits .223. You're not going to use him. So they're going to pinch hit for Cal Daniels with Herm Winningham. And if the game goes into extra innings, Winningham will stay in the game to play left field. So Herm Winningham is your pinch hitter. It is going to be Winningham. He will come in and play left field if it goes extra innings. But right now, Winningham looking to break through here for the Reds. First and second, nobody out. Infield double play death. Pinch hitter Herm Winningham hit .251 on the season, which is better than obviously the Cal Daniels result, which was .218. And in the game, Daniels was 0 for 2 with a walk, so it wasn't like he was tearing the place up. So here's the pitch to Winningham. 35, that's an out. And let's see what kind of out it is. Whoops, out. It is a ground ball to short. Runners at first and second. Fielder's choice at second. A strong shortstop starts the double play. So shortstop in this case is Alfredo Griffin. His arm is average. It's not strong. So he will not start the double play. It is simply going to be a fielder's choice. 6 unassisted. So Sabo will take third. Davis is out. And the pinch hitter, Herm Winningham, is your new runner on first base. So the tying runs are still on base. Now there's one out. And a double play could end the game. Now due up is Todd Benzinger. So that's going to go 6 unassisted on the fielder's choice. And Benzinger, who's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He is a switch hitter. He's still pretty much better than what you got on the bench, so you're going to stick with him. Winningham at first, Sabo at third, 1 out, bottom of the ninth, 3-1 Dodgers. Howell trying to hold on. 21, and that is a strikeout of Benzinger. He gets the hat trick, 3 strikeouts in the game. And now it's up to Paul O'Neill. Last chance for the Reds. It is Paul O'Neill. 56. Blank here. 56 struck him out. Jay Howell strikes out the last 2 batters he faces to end the inning and the ball game. And the Dodgers hang on and win it by the score of 3-1, ruining opening day here in Cincinnati as the Dodgers score 2 in the 8th on back-to-back homers from Gibson and Murray, and they hold on and win it by the score of 3-1. And I'll be right back with the totals. Okay, we're back with the totals. Final line score for the Dodgers, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 5 left. For the Reds, 1 run, 4 errors, and 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, and 5 left as well. Winning pitcher, as it turns out, was Alejandro Pena. The losing pitcher was Kent DeColvey, and the save goes to Jay Howell. So there's my opening day, real opening day here in Fall Classic. Like I said, I had a couple of questions, particularly the exotic error. I'm not sure. I guess I don't see anything with exotic error on the fast action cards. So I'm guessing that means that's a chart I actually have to print out and use. So I need to go do that, I assume. Somebody can tell me if I'm missing something on the fast action cards that leads me to the exotic error. But otherwise, I think I need to go to the charts and maybe print that out. I'm not sure. And if somebody can confirm to me on these, like that situation I had where the bases were loaded and it was a ground ball to third with one out. It was an error check. The error check was passed. He did not make the error. And I looked at the D20. It was odd. Tony said if it's odd, it's double play. If it's even, it's a fielder's choice. I'm taking his word for it. I don't know if that's in the rule book somewhere or if that's a homebrew. But if somebody can tell me on that one, what's the best way to resolve it? Do you flip another card? What's the best procedure to do on that? That would be helpful as well. All right, so that's going to do it from here. It was a fun game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm enjoying this game more than I thought I would, which is kind of surprising me because it was very Appa-like. Now, I got burned by Appa-like 66s 2 plays in a row. But, I mean, that's not going to happen very often. That's rare occasions to me. But there's enough flavor in there to make it interesting. And hopefully this time I remember to do all the KD checks on the defense to check for strikeouts. So hopefully that wasn't a problem. So hopefully I did better than this game than I did on the previous game. Like I said, this whole setup I used today is brand new, so I'm testing out, see, how it looks. I won't know until I post the video and look at it myself. Hopefully it comes out okay. I don't know. I was trying to get as much accoutrements in there as I could. But everything from using the ballpark in the background to using a little running base running figures instead of using pegs, using the actual names of the players that are on base and whatnot. So I'm trying to just come up with little things I can think of to make it more interesting. But any feedback would be appreciated. If it was distracting to do this and you'd rather have me go back to the big board that I used it for the first game of Fall Classic, let me know that. I'll certainly, obviously, take it in consideration if you think this does not work as well. But that's about it. I do appreciate you guys tuning in and bearing with me on this Fall Classic. And again, looking forward, Stratomatic is in my definite future for next month. In March, I will be playing a slow, detailed playthrough. I may not do that. I may not do the thing I thought I was going to do, where I was going to do like a college class type thing. I think I'm just going to do the one slow playthrough and just really explain everything in there. And if anything that I think is difficult in the game does not come up in the playthrough, after the game is over, then I'll go through that and do a demo of that on its own. But I think sometimes the best way to learn these things is to watch these in action rather than just reading instructions. Sometimes it's better to see it while it's happening. So I'm going to try to do that in March. In the meantime, I'm going to be trying to get this game down pat. Plus, there's another game I'm going to be playing as well that I'm trying to learn. So I'm going to try to play 2 games I haven't played before or very much at all and try to learn those. So I'm kind of putting inside pitch to the back burner, payoff pitch to the back burner, and like I said, Stratomatic will be in the future. So that's going to do it from here. Final score, Dodgers 3, Reds 1 from Riverfront Stadium. Winning pitcher, Alejandro Pena. Losing pitcher, Kent DeColvey. And the save to Jay Howell. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, how you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.